Namaskar. Today I will be speaking on a topic that has been given to me by some devotees of Kolkata who are celebrating Swami Gitananda ji's memory about the Swami Gitananda. So the topic is Guru, the Guide to God. Guru, just 4 letters word, has a great significance in the socio-spiritual life in India. India, a blessed land, developed keen interest in knowledge. Because of geographical situation, India has natural protection. In the north of the land, Himalayan range of mountains, and in the south, 2 oceans protecting India, and because of the rains and rivers, the land is very fertile. History proves that India was a land of attraction for the people of the other parts of the world. Luckily for the Indians, the development was very well balanced. People were wealthy but not greedy. This unique balance was possible only because of the gurus. Conception of the guru or teacher developed because of the education. And education, to me, is the combination of 5 actions: observation, discrimination, utilization, preservation, and transmission. A primitive person, he observed that a gusty wind rubbing the 2 branches of a tree, by that way creating fire. It was a terrible experience for him, but slowly he observed it. Seeing and observing, a great difference there. When we see, we are not completely putting our mind to that, but when you observe, we see everything through and through and try to understand the meaning of it. The primitive man, he observed the fire, and then he found, he discriminated. First his observation, then he analyzed, he discriminated the good and bad. This fire is going to help me. Because of the fire I am feeling the warmth. Because of the fire, the meat that I am eating raw, now it is not necessary. I can utilize the fire to cook it. And he discriminated and then afterwards utilized that knowledge. The observation, discrimination, utilization. Up to this, all animals and birds are also they do. You will observe the animals, they will be first observing whether the food is all right or not. They will be first go and taste, and sometimes they can understand by to the smell, and then they will eat. But up to this 3, all were equal with the man and the animal and birds, everything. But next 2 steps, that was unique for the human being: preservation and transmission. The primitive man observed the fire and he understood how to create the fire, and then he utilized the fire, and then he preserved that knowledge for the next generation and transmitted that knowledge after him to next generation. This observation, discrimination, utilization, preservation and transmission, This is called education, the combination of the all 5 actions. But the last 2 part is very unique for the human being only. Preserving the knowledge and transmitting the same to the next generation. And these people who were preserving and transmitting, they became known as teachers, as guru. The guru is the teacher. Now, education bifurcated in 2 branches. Slowly, when they were developing, they understood there must be something else beyond the things that we are seeing, touching, smelling, tasting, hearing. Beyond these 5, there must be something. So they started researching on that. In the Upanishad it says, Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmana. So they were examining. They are trying to understand. And because of that, 2 different branches developed. One, material science. They started analyzing the soil, the seeds, and how to grow more food, how to develop very good horses or the cows. So like that they developed many things. So the material science developed. At the same time, the spiritual science also developed. Because a group of people, they took upon themselves the responsibility to analyze and to understand who is the creator, with what he is creating, what is the ultimate goal of human life. So all those things. We find this in the Upanishad, where a person, it says, Shaunaka Habai Mahashalo. Mahashalo means is a well-established person. In the Grihastha life, he was a well-established person. He was successful in his all responsibilities and the duties in the worldly life. Then afterwards, he became curious to know about the knowledge of each and everything. So he came. In the Upanishad, the descriptions are like this: Shaunaka Habai Mahashala Vidhivat Upashanna Prapacha Kasminnu Bhagavo Vigyate Sarvam Idam Vigyatam Bhavatiti. So he is approaching a knowledgeable person, and we call them Guru. The Shaunaka, though he is successful, but he doesn't know many things of the spiritual world. Is there anything? So he is coming to a Guru. How he is coming? This is very important. He is coming with a proper way. Shaunaka Habai Mahashala Vidhivat Upashanna Prapacha. He is asking, but how? Vidhivat Upashanna. There is a system to approach to the Guru. Because I am going to learn from you. I am going to hear from you. I am going to increase my knowledge from you. So I must be humble. And previously, they used to carry the fagots. Because in those days, the fire was necessary in the ashramas. So, in a humble way, when the person is carrying a bunch of fagots, so obviously he is humble and he is going. The Vidhivat Upashanna. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, when you are going to a teacher, a holy person, you must carry something, give it to him. Maybe money, maybe some fruits, maybe some eatables, some gift. So that is the tradition. So he went like that. And what he is asking? He is asking, tell me, sir, by knowing which I can understand everything. So that is the main question. Kasminnu Bhagavo, O Honorable Sir, Vigyate, I can understand Sarvam Idam, all this that I see. I cannot go and taste the tree and the the other things all around. So millions of things are there. Is there anything just by knowing that I can understand everything? The Rishi gave a wonderful answer. So we get that, and we get this knowledge that the knowledge was two different parts as having. What is that? He said, Dve vidye veditubbe itiha asmayat brahmavido vadanti. The Brahmavids, those who know the Brahman, Brahman means all pervading consciousness, those who have realized that, they said, I am not telling, though he himself was a Brahmavid, but he was humble. So he said, no, I am not boasting, but this is the thing that we have learned from those people, those who have realized Brahman. What they have said? Dve vidye. There are two different types of knowledge. And what are those? Paracha eva aparacha. One is paravidya, another is aparavidya. Now first he is telling about the aparavidya. And note over here, this is the great Hindus, when they are telling about the aparavidya, they are including their spiritual books also. Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, Shiksha, Kalpo, Vakarana, Chanda, Niruttam, Jyotishamiti. All the 10 different subjects. In those days, they used to study. Narada was master in all the 10 subjects. So these 10 subjects all are aparavidya. Why? It's temporary. Including the knowledge of the Vedas, Rig, Sham, Yaju, Atharva, all the 4 Vedas. Why? There is only knowledge. Knowledge won't help you. You have to realize that. You have to make it of your own. Becoming. And another, it is apara. In the apara, everything. All sorts of knowledge are apara. What is para? Yaya tad aksharam odhigamyate. By which you can realize that akshara, unchanging, eternal. So these are the two bifurcation, two different parts of this knowledge. Now from naturally, those who were teaching aparavidya, the secular knowledge, the worldly knowledge, they became known as shikshak, teacher. And those who were teaching paravidya, spiritual knowledge, they were considered as guru. Of course, that in Indian tradition, anyone teaching, helping me to learn, was considered as the guru. And that is why they always say the father and the mother, the parents, as the first gurus, because they are teaching the babies. And slowly, slowly, baby is learning almost everything from the parents. So many things. Then comes the teacher. In the school, when the Vidyalaya, when they goes to the school, there he is learning how to survive in the world. He must have to learn something by which, utilizing that knowledge, you can earn money and can survive in the human society. So they are the teachers. These two, we all know these are common, and we have great respect for these teachers. But then comes the third. After that they understood, we want the eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal happiness. Because whatever the knowledge that we are learning, that is giving us some comfort, some joy, but not eternal. So after the retirement from the work, a matured person, he sits and thinks, so all through my life I have done this, but still I am not fulfilled, I am not satisfied. The cravings are there, and whenever the cravings are there, desires are there, and if it is not satisfied, I am feeling sorry, unhappy. Is there any opportunity to get the permanent joy? then they turn to spiritual knowledge. Yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate, by which one can understand the eternal one. So this is the way people started understanding the spiritual guru. All Hindus of all denominations, they consider Veda Vyasa as their guru. The Guru Purnima is dedicated to Veda Vyasa. When you call the Guru Purnima, it is actually dedicated to our all individual gurus are there. But the Veda Vyasa is the main to whom this full moon day is dedicated. Why Veda Vyasa? Because he is the person who took all trouble to collect all the knowledges that was realized by different rishis in different time and different places. It would have been lost except the Veda Vyasa. So his name was given. Veda means knowledge, and Vyasa means rearranged. It divided. And how it is, so he used his students to go all over the country, and they collected all that knowledge, and that knowledge in Sanskrit is known as the Veda. So Veda Vyasa gave us the knowledge, all different type of knowledge. In Veda we find different type of knowledge, not only the spiritual knowledge. Of course the spiritual knowledge is the highest, that's why they call it Vedanta. Veda, Anta. Anta means the end, the last part of the knowledge. There is a knowledge of many other things, but the last part, spiritual knowledge. Why? Because we will give up this body, but we will travel to another body with my spirit, which we call Shukshma Sharira. So obviously, when I am traveling, where I am going, which type of body I will get, which will be the situation that I will born again. So people were curious, they were naturally, even today, we all like to know what is going to happen to me after I die. So people, they give sometimes they will be telling about the Swarga, there's the heaven, the Jannat, you can go over there, you can enjoy. So all sorts of things they imagine. Here, they wanted to know truly, so they wanted to go to the Guru. The Sanatana Dharma, which is now known famous as Hindu religion, is based on the Vedas. The Vedas is not a book, it's the accumulation of the spiritual revelations. Based on these revelations has developed a wonderful system by following which one can go beyond all miseries. Now here comes the Lord Buddha. He started his philosophy by saying Sarvam Dukkham. Everything is full of misery. The majority of the people, they don't understand, though. They think that, oh, I am not having a home. If I can have a home, then I'll be satisfied. Some people think, I need some good salary so that I can purchase this, purchase that, I can visit this place, that place. If all those things are, I'll be happy. Some things, if I get married, and then I'll be happy. Then these so many ways. Constantly, every moment we are thinking that if I could get these or that, I could be happy. But it never ends. It goes on increasing. Najatu kamo kamanam upabhoge na shamyati. Again the experience of a Yajati, the great king. And this Yajati, all through his life, went on satisfying all his desires, but then ultimately he declared, see, it is not possible to fulfill the desire with satisfying the desire with another desire. No, it is not possible. It's like you are trying to stop the fire by pouring the ghee. Is going on increasing the fire. So that is the knowledge, he said. Then what to do? The Lord Buddha says, all this whole world is nothing but misery. In Hinduism also they say it is all Maya. Whatever you see is nothing but all temporary. It is full of Maya. The same way. And you will never become satisfied unless and until you try to understand who are you, what is your source, where from you have come, and what is your goal of life. All this. So the philosophy began, religion began, and here comes the position of the Guru. The Guru is trying to give that knowledge. How? By removing the ignorance. What is the ignorance? That this world can be a place of happiness if I can get some of my desires fulfilled. Like a young boy, he is thinking, if I can get a good job and a good salary, if I can go to America, settle in America, then I will have a car, I will have a good house, and then I can go here, there, enjoy. Many people, they came to America, they were fulfilled all those desires, they were earning good salary, they were having a house, but I see now from my own experience, there are many people, they are not at all happy. Rather, some of them, they are losing their mental peace, mental balances. Why? After coming from there again. So all those things, each and every, if you go to a very successful person and ask, are you happy, sir? You say, how can I be? Look at my competitors. They're always there. Every moment I have to think something new to be successful in this world, competitive world. No one is happy. Nowhere. Why? Desire. And desire for what? Some temporary things. What are the temporary things? This whole world, everything. The kings, they were thinking that if I go and conquer, then I will be very happy. And the thinking in this way, young man from Greeks, he went with thousands of his followers, soldiers. He went up to India and conquering land after land, he reached to India. Then it was too late for him to come back to his own place. On way back, he passed away, Alexander. Was he happy? I don't think. So when we achieve something, our ego is satisfied. So who will teach us all this? Guru. And how? Shankaracharya says in a beautiful way in 2-line verse, in the Vivek Chudamani, he says, this is not Shankaracharya. This in the verse of the Guru it says, Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshu unmilitam yena tashmai sri gurave namaha. This is not composed by Shankaracharya. This is in the Guru Stotra, it is there. I don't know who composed it. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshu unmilitam yena. This person is helping us to open our eyes. Why we could not open our eyes? Because it was covered by darkness, deep darkness of ignorance, ajnana. And what is this ajnana? Thinking this world as reality. That is ajnana. As long as we will be thinking this world is a reality, so that ajnana will be there, and we will go on trying to get the joy from this. And every time we achieve that, there will be another desire and we will be unsatisfied again. So this way it goes on and on. Who can help us to go beyond this circle of ignorance? This is called Guru. How he does it? He removed the ignorance from our eyes, from our thought, from our idea. Yoga Vasishta, that Vasishta Rishi in that famous book, he is teaching to Sri Ramachandra. He is telling Rama, everything is nothing but your mind. You are creating this world, you are creating your enemy, you are creating your friends. Each and everything that you see in this world is your creation. And the high Vedanta, it teaches like that. But in a practical life, day-to-day life, we find the people are not very happy. Very famous doctor, he was very successful. He had a beautiful wife and a very successful son, a big house, lot of money, respect. But now the wife passed away, son has gone somewhere to be settled, and all alone in that big house which he constructed thinking the friends will come, the family, different relatives will come, and the house will be full of joy. Now all alone into that big house, what to do? What the money is going to help? So this is the way the life goes. So we are constantly, we know it very well. History is teaching, pages after pages the history is teaching, everything is temporary. Kings after kings are coming. They are slaughtering thousands of people, getting for some time some power to rule on those people and thinking I am the great. And some of the historians will write, great such and such king. What greatness? He only killed. How he ruled? So that is the ajnana. Now we only know about them from the history. And what the history is teaching us? In every line the history is teaching, everything is so temporary. Everything is so temporary. Where is now Babur? Where is now that Akbar? Where is the British, the rulers, who used to boast that the sun never set in the British Empire? Where is that? Everything has gone. So even up to that, we think, oh, I am going to be successful, I should conquer the world, I should rule the whole world, and only the Guru, the spiritual teacher, can help us to go beyond that. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshu unmilitam yena. Who can do it? The very first words of this Guru Stotra, it says, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Reva Param Brahma, Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow down to that Guru, that teacher. Who is that teacher? Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and the knowledge about the Eternal One, Brahman. So this is the Guru. No one can become Guru. Guru is a great word. And Guru is not just like any other teacher. It's a great soul. Now here comes, when he is helping a person to go beyond the ignorance, the darkness, and what he is thinking, oh, I am happy. And Guru slowly guiding him to go beyond his self-hypnotism. We are all self-hypnotized. We are all thinking, oh, I am a great singer, I am a great orator, I am a great actor, actress, I am a great leader, I am great. I am thinking only. But sometimes if you go to somebody's house, there will be whole wall will be full of different medals and certificates and all that. He will be looking at them and feeling proud. But what for? Are you satisfied? Are you happy? Are you contented? Then you say, no. Why? Because the people, they have forgotten me. I was famous in such and such. In the 70s, I was famous. In 90s, no one knows me. So I am not happy at all. So this is the story of so many people. From this, what we learn? Everything is temporary. That success and all those things are temporary. When a student, they go to school, sometimes the parents will be, particularly in India, and mainly when we were young, our parents were so eager to see us successful in everything. In the sports, you must be first. In the exam, you must be first. In the drama, you must be there also a hero. A role of hero you should get. Everywhere they were thinking that I should be. And suppose you are not, they will be unhappy, they will be going on telling you about that. You are also unhappy. Now, at this age, when we see it and look back, where are those successful friends of ours in the school? Where are they? Those who were very good in sports or good in other things, where are they now? So it is not the success in those. You should be good in controlling your mind. You should know how to dehypnotize yourself. Then only the peace will come, happiness will come, joy will come. If you are expecting that your children will be constantly looking after you, you are hypnotized. It may not be possible. It may not be. Not that the children don't want, but the situation. Just today, one gentleman came, he was telling, I am so sorry, I feel always sorry, because of the COVID situation, I couldn't go back to country to see my ailing mother who passed away, and at the last time I could not be by her side. Not that he is a heartless person. Sometimes people, they will be telling like this. No, they are not heartless. One or two maybe. Majority of the people have seen how they are caring about the parents, but what to do? Because of the socio-economic condition, they are far away, earning money, settling themselves. What to do? And the parents over there who were raising the children with a dream that they will be all the time around and looking after them, that is the problem. So this is the way we have to understand. Every moment from our life we are learning it. We are experiencing it. But no, we are not realizing the temporariness of this world. And one who is removing this ignorance and saying, don't depend on anyone else, depend on yourself, because you are that eternal one. The changes that you see is nothing but your mind and body. But you are not mind and body. You are beyond that. Go back to the source, which is God, and which is nothing but eternity. And because of that eternity, there is no fear of losing. And because there is no fear, the constant peace and joy and happiness. So that is only possible. That who can teach us? Only that God. The gurus who are my images. Lord Sri Krishna is telling to his friend and disciple Uddhava. In the Bhagavata, particularly the Uddhava Gita, I am giving the class on the Uddhava Gita also. So there we are studying this, when the Uddhava is asking, so what will happen, O Krishna, when you will leave this world? Then the Lord Krishna is telling, go to the gurus who are my images. The guru is not an ordinary person. is the image of God. Why? The God is full of love and unselfishness. A guru is also the same, full of love and unselfishness. And that is the reason we have to understand in such a way. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I experience haripulation by hearing the word guru. Haripulation, Sri Ramakrishna used to say the three words. The guru is a very great word. So that we should understand. That means, what is this guru? Shankaracharya, he is telling, the guru leads us to God. Naturally, guru knows the path and the goal. And to introduce guru, Sri Shankara is telling, Shanta Mahanta Nibashanti Santa Basantabat Lokahitam Charanta Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnabam Janan Ahetunan Anyan Api Tarayanta. 37 words of the Vivek Chudamani. He says, there are holy people who have crossed this terrible ocean of samsara and has become calm. Why calm? Because no desire. When there is no desire, then mind become calm. And the kind-hearted also, because he knows the other people who are suffering because of their desires. So he wants to help them too. That's why he become very kind-hearted. So this is the way he is helping without any selfish motive. These gurus, like the spring flower tree. No one asks the flower tree to show the flower, but they will be giving the flower only, fruits only, and without any expectation, whether you appreciate or not. Sometimes the people will be going and beating them, but still they will be so calm and quiet and happy. So in the springtime, so many flowers they come. No one requested, just out of joy they are giving. Like that, the holy people, they will go and tell people, will you please take the name of God? As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to do. They never expected anything. No money, no name, fame, no favor from anyone. No expectation. Only love for those people, because they knew the more they will go towards the worldly life, worldly thing, worldly object with all those desires, they will be suffering. So Guru is so kind-hearted. Shanta Mahanta Nivasanti Santa Basantabat Lokahitam Charanta. Sri Ramakrishna is crying, Mother, you have not given me the strong body, and I cannot go to visit the houses of the people. You used to stay in the Dakshineshwar, and from Dakshineshwar to Calcutta in those days, it was a really very difficult journey. So obviously he had to wait for someone to hire the carriage, then horse-drawn, very cheap carriages. Even then Sri Ramakrishna used to go to house, door to door, and talking people, mixing with people, and what? Only, please take the name of God. In the name of Mother, I swear, and I tell you, there is God. You can see God. You can talk to God. Believe me. Please take the name of God. Only in the morning and in the evening time. Look at the heart. So that is why it says, the Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnabam. Bhima Bhavarnabam, that means he is crossing the ocean of samsara, as because he has already realized the truth and he has understood the folly of this world. So he is coming back and trying to help the people. So that is the way we have to understand. Teachers of other disciplines may be considered good even if they are not considered good moral character, if they don't bear the good moral character even. So friends, this is another thing that we must understand. The spiritual guru, he must be free from all those things. No tinge will be there in his character. The other professional people, like the doctors, engineers, the teachers, the professors and administrators, if they are good in their own subject, in their own profession, then maybe they are a little loose in their morality. The people will speak about that, they won't like it, but even then they won't discard him. Why? Because he is good in his subject. Suppose a doctor, sometimes we know that he is not that moral, but he is a very good doctor. And when we go to him, we get very good treatment. So people will go to him. The same way the professors, the lecturers and administrators, and this way. Though the morality, of course, in the society, the people like to see these leaders should be moral, but at the same time, the actors, actresses, they are the leaders of the society. But suppose a little here and there, the people say, okay, this is okay, but he is very good in his acting or in our acting. Other things, okay. But about the spiritual teacher, no way. He must be very clean in his character. There should not be any drop of a black ink, as Mother Sharadamani Devi is telling. That is the sannyasins. Whether he is a graduate from any university or not, whether he is a very good orator or not, whether he is a writer or not, it doesn't matter at all. The main thing for a spiritual person is his moral values. Is he truthful? Is he unselfish? Is he full of love? These are the characters of a guru, spiritual guru. That's why sometimes it is considered that the spiritual guidance should be received from the sannyasins. Because the sannyasins, they have left their hearth and home, they are not having any back pull. And they are not supposed to have any selfish motive. Some may be, but mostly they don't have any selfish motive. So obviously, these are the people can guide, but this he or she, the spiritual guru, must himself or herself cross the ocean of samsara. That means he must realize the truth. Today I was listening to one of our Swamiji. One young Swami went to him and asked, Swamiji, now you are almost 85, 86. Will you please tell me whether you have realized God? And he immediately said, I am convinced that there is God. I am convinced. There is no doubt in my mind. So that is the way. I am convinced. That is the thing, that realization. And after that, what happens? When the conviction about the God, about the Brahman, about the Atman comes, obviously the conviction will never come unless and until you give up the desire for the worldly things. The name, fame, money, popularity, all these things, if you are not giving up, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, if there is a thread out in that, it will never go in through the eye of the needle. So all desires will go away, then only this conviction will come, the realization will come. After the realization, what? Sometimes we think that after the realization of the God, at the back of the head there will be the aura will be there, light will be there. I don't know. It may be, it may not be. And most of the cases it is not necessary also. As Ma Sharadamani Devi, she told when someone asked her, do you think after realization of the God you will grow two horns on your head? Your mind will change. What is the mind? Ideas, the thoughts, conception. So that is the purified mind. What is the purified mind? No desire for the worldly things. So this is the great conviction, and here we find the spiritual guru should be very strong moral character. He should not tell the lies, no adjustment, nothing. With ideology, no adjustment. It should be, he knows that this is the only thing, whether the rich people are supporting him or not, whether he is becoming popular or not, whether some people are, it doesn't matter at all. If I am waiting for the clappings of the people and appreciation from the society, then I have not understood the main purpose of spiritual life. This world is purely temporary. And because of this temporariness, sometimes in Vedanta is called asatya. It's not there, it's untrue. And what is satya? Satya means which is permanent, which never changes. So if I have understood that, then only I should follow the spiritual path. I will put on the gerua, I will consider myself and declare myself as a monk, and then I will go to grab the power. That is not monk's life. He doesn't know what is monkhood. If you are grabbing for and craving for the worldly objects, name, fame, property, power, so now you are not a monk at all. So that is very, very important. Forget about becoming a guru. The guru should be completely free from all those things. Sometimes not understanding this, so we think the guru means God, and sometimes we make the mistake. And because of our the passive support for this, the bad people are coming, and they are not true, but they promote themselves as the spiritual leaders, not only denouncing themselves and bringing down the wonderful level of the spiritual life too, the ideology too. So one must be careful about the guru. So this we will understand, and in the Shankaracharya, in his Vivek Chudamani verse, again I am quoting, in the 33rd, he is mentioning what are the qualities that the spiritual guru should have. The spiritual guru must be well versed in the Vedas, free from any desire, sinless because there is no ego, calm because no selfishness, full of love without any reservation, and he is the knower of Brahman. So these are the 6 qualities for a spiritual teacher. So we have seen, I saw the spiritual guru, Srimad Swami Bireshwarananda Ji Maharaj, and I saw him. He is the president of the Ramakrishna order. As a brahmachari, we used to go to him. So many people used to come. He was so popular. They used to give so many things. As a guru, he will be receiving, but immediately he used to distribute that to many different people. And he used to feel for the women. That's why he started, as Swami Vivekananda dreamed, that because of his, Bireshwaranandaji's initiative, the Sharada Math and the Sharada Mission started. Other Swamis supported him, but he was the person after the long many years of Vivekananda. And not only that, for the village women, he told we must do something for them. The Palli Mangal that started. It was not necessary for him to do that, but he was feeling for them. He was thinking for the devotees. They should get the proper guidances. And he observed that they are trying their best, but they are not properly guided. So he developed the Bhava Prachar Parishad. These are the wonderful activities, the things that he has done. And he told all the time to the sannyasins, go to work for Thakur, for God. Mother will protect you. Never think that you are going to do for yourself, you are going to do for Thakur. Conviction. The one of our brother monk, he asked him, the Swamiji, we go to so many different places, sometimes alone. And the spiritual life, naturally, temptations are there. So who will protect me then? With great conviction, Vivekananda Maharaj told, Mother will protect you. If you are truly going for the work of God, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, for the work of Swami Vivekananda, who is nothing but the Shiva himself, the Mother will protect you. So the conviction, the Mother will protect. So that is called, these are the Gurus. And no differentiations. Love for the different type of religious people that used to come. He was so full of love. And the knowledge of the Veda, very clear. Many of you must have read his introduction to the Brahma Sutra. And at that introduction, he has given the whole gist of that book that shows the clarity about the Brahma knowledge. So that is Vivekananda. I have seen all this. Swami Gambhirananda ji and also the other great Swamis, Swami Ranganathananda, just like a child. He was such a knowledgeable person. The great personalities of India, they used to come to him. But his behavior was just like any normal person. No ego at all, but great conviction. I have seen Swami Ranganathananda ji, the richest person of India. That time he was the richest. He is coming and asking Ranganathananda ji Maharaj and pressing his feet and telling, Swamiji, I like to serve you, like to give you something for your personal use. The Ranganathan ji immediately told, you like to make me happy, right? I said, yes, Swamiji. Help to publish a book in a very cheap way. So give some money so the Advaita Ashram can publish a book, Swami Vivekananda's book, and can distribute among the young people, maybe at the cost of 5 rupees like that. Very cheap. So you must give some extra money. So that was arranged. Nothing for myself, but for the betterment of the world. These are the Guru characters. I have seen Swami Gitananda ji Maharaj. He never stopped taking the name of God, constantly going on taking the name of God. And his knowledge about the spirituality, his beautiful book that he has written on Bhagavata, and the explanation that he has given, that shows he was a Brahma Jnani. He never cared, and so humble, so gentle, so courteous, unthinkable. So these are the great souls, and it was lucky for me that I could come and see and then to some extent serve them a little. So this is the way the Guru is the great guide. Now in the 33 verse that I just read, the 6 great qualities the Shankara is mentioning, the stotra says like that, Sotriya, Abrigino, Akamahata, Yo Brahmavittamaha, Brahmanna Uparato Shanta, Nirindhana Ibanalaha, Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, Bandhu Anamatam Satam. To receive the blessings and the guidance of a true Guru, one must be a perfect disciple also. If the disciple is like Vivekananda, then the God ascend in the form of Sri Ramakrishna. Do we need Guru to develop in spiritual life? A young lady asked Srimad Swami Vireshwarananda ji in one meeting. And the Maharaj replied, and I will conclude with this, and he replied, how many subjects you are studying? And she said 5. How many teachers are teaching you? The 5 teachers. If the 5 teachers are necessary for 5 subjects, don't you think you need a teacher for the spiritual subject? So that is the Guru who will teach you the spirituality. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my views with you. And it's a great day, the Guru Purnima. May the God who is the true Guru, the bless us. In the Ramakrishna tradition, Sri Ramakrishna is the Guru. All others, they are only like the tap. The water is coming from that God and only coming out from that tap. And we are thinking this is Guru, that is Guru. It is only God. And that is why Swami Vivekananda and the direct disciples of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, they made us the joy that is usually in India we call the Jayadhani, the hailing Sri Ramakrishna as Guru. After all the prayer we say, Jai Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Thank you very much.